Welcome back, everybody. VP is trying to save his voice right now. He's got the throat lozenges out and about, a whole bag of them. He's a little under the weather, but VP, I appreciate you being here tonight. I know you're a little under the weather, but you are doing a great job as always. You're the voice of Bakersfield and everything that you do, man. Let's talk about the things you've covered. CSUB, BC, every high school. Have you done Condors?
Why are you doing
Have you
this?
done Condors before?
Why are you doing this?
I want to know, have you done the Condors?
Yes, I have.
You've done the Condors. You've done boxing. I know we've talked about boxing.
Man, Fight Night at the Garden, man, that was the best. Fight Night at the Garden was great. We had Oscar De La Hoya and Cesar Chavez there for a match, for a fight, because they were sponsoring it.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Yeah, I had some fun with NASCAR and Mesa Marin, and of course we had a lot of travel shows. But I really have no idea why you're doing this. I think it's to kill time.
No,
let's get serious.
But I'm going to tell you this, VP. Those are things way back in the day that I think this younger generation may not know. Your street cred that goes out there. You done NBA Jam, and you've seen. Did you call Eric Bledsoe, who's a superstar in the NBA now? He was out there with the Jam for a little bit. For those of you that know a little Syracuse basketball, little Jerry McNamara.
I remember when Jerry came. We were calling a Condors game when Jerry showed up on a private plane to start that night. The Condors had a game at Centennial Garden or at Rabobank. And then right after that, we had the Jam game. Like, they just cleared the ice, cleaned the floor, and put the hoop floor down. And Jerry McNamara shows up unannounced. Nobody really knew he was here. And like 4 hours later, there's like 400 Syracuse fans that showed up just because they followed Jerry. And this is before Twitter. This is before all of that stuff. So that was a lot of fun as well. Yeah, I've had a lot of fun doing a lot of things. Actually, Kyle, now that you mentioned it, it's my 20th year calling sports in Kern County. It started January of '98. And a very surreal moment, since this is the high school district and KernHighNetwork.com, I can tell you that it was Bo Redstone, a driller, who was my first color commentator when I called BC basketball January of '98. Bo Redstone was my first color commentator. And 20 years later, last weekend, he and I were up north covering Fresno City at West Hills for Mark Arce, who's the head coach at West Hills, and he was a longtime head coach at Bakersfield College, and before that he was the assistant coach at CSUB. So 20 years ago, almost to the day, I'm still on the microphone having a great time, but I can tell you this, nothing excites me more than calling these high school events. And like we did here Friday night here, the first ever high school girls wrestling match, we covered that. It made quick news on our Twitter handle. We're seeing so many impressions, like incrementally. We finished the match by 8:30. By 11, some of these matches that we had on there had 400, 500 hits already, because we're doing the things that are catching attention, because we cover everybody. We try to get to the four corners of the county through the high school district. There are teams that are not in our high school district that we'll still cover in the early parts of the season, so teams from up north get on. So just super exciting stuff. So, yes, thank you. I have been doing this 20 years, but my heart's right here with the high school. Yeah,
absolutely, VP. And, I've learned a lot in these years of, we've got a wide variety of experiences that were brought to the table. I mean, we look at Titan Tom Myers over there at Frontier, who brings in a whole different angle. He did great for us in volleyball this year, really helped out his understanding of the game. But we had like Rich Cornford, a longtime head coach that really brought a lot of thoroughbred knowledge to it. Rick Van Horn, who is a historian, a football historian. He's a BHS, kind of guy that looks in there, but he brings in he's also coached at East High and at Liberty, at a wide variety of campuses. Bakersfield Blitz. We look at that, the indoor team, look at that. So we've got a lot of different experiences and a lot of different people, but you look at wrestling, you got Brad Hull, as you talked about, the insider knowledge, and you got the Popinator that comes in there, Daryl Pope,
Manny
and just
Rivera.
The street cred that he brings in the wrestling community alone. People always ask us, and I'm sure you got Daryl Pope with you out there. It is pretty spectacular. And then, last week, the SWYL, we were able to get Coach Manny from CSUB that was able to coach out there. And it's like we have a Division I head wrestling coach on the Kern High Network that is helping to call a contest. And what a great kind of camaraderie that Coach Manny and Brad Hull brought to the table right there. Exciting.
Great stuff happening here on KernHighNetwork.com. That's a great shot right over there if we can get that. I don't know if we can, Javier. Oh, Bobby Sharp was having a quick word with Nene had his arm around her shoulder and was just saying probably something to the likes of, hey, Vance Palm and Kyle Weiler are up there talking about you. You better make it happen tonight.
Shooting the free throw right there. If you pan in, number 3 right there, Javier, right to the right of the free throw shooter. You can see as you pan in there, she's kind of looking at it. She's shooting the free throw right now, but there's Nene right there, and she is going to have – it's always fun to watch her play, and let's see if she hits it in the clutch right here, her free throw. Ooh, as it rims out. But just an exciting night that we're going to have tonight. I'm excited, VP. And then we got one more. Happy Valentine's Day. Here's a little BHS Liberty action. And so
tomorrow night's going to be just bedlam, absolute bedlam. Make sure our audio is set right because it's going to be very, you know what? It'll be one of those nights you don't have to turn the ambient mic on. You can just keep that off. It's going to be so doggone loud. And for those of you that are watching this game that are planning on going to the Liberty at BHS game tomorrow night, no joking aside, you better get there early. It's going to be a packed house tomorrow night. From what I've been told, the Liberty contingent is going to be there big and early, and then with my 2 daughters going to Bakersfield High School, and they have some special promotions on campus. It's pretty funny. They said pack the stands night. Really? Just open the doors, and it's going to be pack the stands night. But they've also got some other promotions going on tomorrow night. So that would be a great way to finish our winter schedule. We do have some all-star games coming up in the month of March, but this will, well, you've got possibly some other things on the burner here in February.
Well, we got, I mean, VP, you want to talk about, not only is it going to be students, but think about this. The SEYL and the SYL finish up tonight. And tomorrow it's just the SWYL. And the who's who of Bakersfield basketball scene are going to be at that game tomorrow night. Looking at it should be fun. You know, we just got word today, VP. We were talking to you today. Fortunately, you got Cal State going on there, but we are going to be live streaming the Masters Wrestling event.
That's excellent.
Next Saturday the 24th, and excited. I mean, there's going to be top talent in the state of California. Mr. Nevels from Clovis, a number of people. You know, Mr. Nevels from Clovis, the heavyweight, is going for his 4th state championship. It's only happened 2 other times. Daryl Vasquez and Mr. Mejia of Clovis West last year. So we're looking at some very special things happening. VP.
Other than that, we got nothing going on, right? Starting lineups for East: Serena Covarrubias, Nene Jones, Shanice Rodriguez, Jackie Mejorado, and Alicia Landeros. Those are your starting 5 for the East High Blades.
I mean, you take Nene out of the equation. Nene and Brittany Acevedo, with only 2 seniors on the team. They're still pretty young, so got a lot of
Tasia Holiday Ball.
You'll be calling her name a lot tonight, VP.
Ayana Dunn. Ironically, one of the juniors, only 2 of them, and one of them is the starting 5. Alyssa Brumfield.
Number 24, Lyric
Weaver. And there's going to be a correction there.
Number 11, Destiny Nobrega.
Destiny Nobrega.
We called her volleyball game.
Number 25,
super impressive
Tiffany
with that.
Amos.
And Tiffany Amos.
He's number 5.
Everybody please stand and move your head here for the playing of the national anthem.
Yeah. Nene Jones.
She's number 3.
Number 3?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Nene's number 3, Nick. That's Nick Ellis rolling up here to say hi. Hi, Nick. Once again, welcome everybody. Vance Palm, Kyle Wiley, and Javier Valdez here with us tonight for the Kern High Network's live exclusive coverage of high school district sports here in Kern County. And we have one of the best teams in the county going up against a team with one of the best players in the county. And number 5 is not the number for Nene, and why is that?
Yeah, number 5. Well, actually, her number 3 jersey was actually the one that I think she's wearing kind of as she's finishing off. She's been number 5 a lot of times throughout this year, so I think she's number 3. And Bobby Sharp and East High decided that they're going to honor that number 3, and they're going to retire that after she's done. And she's shattered all the records for girls and all that stuff too as well. So Nene Jones, 4-year varsity starter. You don't see that a whole lot, VP, and that's a special deal. And that's a tribute to Bobby Sharp as he's trying to commit to those principles and establish those legacies.
So here we go. And Nene starts off with it. Mary Jane is her first name, goes by Nene.
Kurt Wilson talked with him earlier in the season. He says Nene is an absolute matchup nightmare, and so they're going to do everything they can to contain it as they put Taja Holiday Ball, marked up on her. So
Shanice Rodriguez had a look at a 3, but she traveled, so a turnover for East. There's an open baseline look. It is up, and it is no good by Holiday Ball. Rebound, Mejorado. Here comes Nene. Quick feed down low. And what will the call be? They're going to say no, she walked before the shot went up. So,
but you see how quick Nene is with the pass. It was a quick, beautiful, accurate pass right there. So,
well, she knows she's going to have a lot of attention. She knows whoever's guarding her is going to be on her all the time. So get rid of it quickly, get it back. Oh, a nifty little pass down there by Ayana Dunn through the legs of an East High Blade, but there was nobody there for it. Turnover, Golden Valley.
You talked about the amount of seniors that are on the Golden Valley girls team. They have 2 juniors. They're 2 lone juniors. They're starting as well as you look at Tiffany Amos and you look at Ayana Dunn. So they got 2 with experience coming back next year. This Golden Valley team should be pretty good, for a while.
Another feed down low, and this time it's to Landeros, but she brings the ball down low. And all that's going to do with some of those shorter guards down there is give an opportunity for possession arrow, and they do.
Done with great team defense right there.
Oh, that's a nice press break. Oh, rejected at the hole by Landeros, and now it's a battle for it. So just underway here in the first quarter. We're at Golden Valley, East High School at Golden Valley. No score here in the first quarter. 6:41 to go. I'm Vance Palm alongside Kyle Wiley and Javier Valdez. Great job tonight by Bobby Sharp getting his East Blades ready to go. On the road at Golden Valley against this talented team. Shot goes up, no good. No score yet. Battle for the basketball. Possession arrow. Again, it will be Golden Valley.
VP, we talk about this often when there's 1 or 2 superstars on a team. Who's going to be that third piece that steps in there? And that for East High, that Nene's going to get hers and Jackie Mejorado is going to get their points. Who's going to be that third scorer that's going to alleviate some of that?
There's a good look right there for Golden Valley. Didn't fall for Dunn. Rebound. Mejorado. Here comes Nene. Nene's had enough of this scoreless game. She comes in and is fouled. You can just see it on her face. Like, no, this 0-0 deal is not going to work for me. Let's go.
They need to get a rhythm going. Both teams need to find that, whoever's going to have that. So
she's a point guard. She's listed at 5'7", a senior. Nene on the board for East High School. Misses the second, and it will stay East High School. It's a hustle play down there as Tiffany almost thought she had it. Look out underneath the hole. Great pass. Does it go? It does not. Missed shot. It should still be East's, and it is. We're just underway here in the first quarter. 1-0 score. Second game of a doubleheader tonight. Jones lobs one in, and it's a shot taken from inside the key by Landeros. Does not draw any iron. Look out. Look out. Golden Valley. And it should be a foul reach, and it is. They called the foul on Shanice Rodriguez. So Rodriguez picks up a foul.
You know, the last time these two teams played, Golden Valley won by 10 points. And so they know they got to find the rhythm and establish that comfortable lead to kind of get on the snide. And there's a little bit of travel by Taja Holiday Ball, but they're just a little out of rhythm, a little out of sync right now. And I think if I'm East High, I'm going to drop back in a half-court defense because they know that Golden Valley is full go-ahead.
Nene splitting 3 defenders, but the ball ends up in Covarrubias' hands. A long pass down court, and it's Brumfield on the receiving end of it. Can't convert the layup, and everybody in the gym can't believe it. But how about the hard work by Holiday Ball and Golden Valley on the board, 2-1.
I really like Ayanna Dunn's game. She had a nice pass right there to Brumfield. Unfortunately, wasn't able to finish in there, but
here's a look for 3. Looks good, just comes up a little bit short. Shot attempted out there by Rodriguez. Here comes Golden Valley. 4:45 to go here in this first quarter. And that'll be a walk, they say. They'll say it's a walk, and Coach Wilson said, hey, I just thought it was a nice-looking Euro step.
yeah. Let's see how they continue to approach Nene as she is going to be guarded all night by Taja Holiday Ball. 2 superstars right there guarding each other.
Bad pass by Rodriguez, just a lazy look, and it goes out of bounds. So 4.5 to go here. Not a lot of offensive prowess being displayed to start this quarter off. A lot of hoopla, senior night, all the families here and the balloons and the photos, and a good boys game right before it. And they know they're being live streamed on Kern High Network, so we're looking for some of that. Tiffany Amos. Wow, that didn't even come close to the rim.
You got Amos right there, who just an excellent help for Golden Valley to take the pressure off of Brumfield and Holiday Ball. And
that's going to be incidental contact by Amos. She picks up a foul. As we'll see our first substitution of the evening, and it's going to be Dulce Alcaraz, and we have a timeout that's going to be taken, so we'll have a chance to catch our breath here. 3:58 remaining here in this first quarter. I'm Vance Palm, joined by Kyle Wiley and Javier Valdez. Javier joining us this evening, and for our boys game right before it, man, what a barn burner that was. It was a 52-48 win by East High School. There were times when if you'd walked in, you'd have thought, oh, Golden Valley has this. And then there were times if you'd have walked in, you said, wow, East has it. And it came down to literally the last 60 seconds with some missed free throws and some great play. And our Tony's Pizza player of the game was Richard Lara from East High School.
Such a headsy game. He had a great game.
But now we're in the second game of the doubleheader. The Golden Valley Bulldog girls basketball team in all white, 22-6, 7-2 in league. East High Blades all red, 13-11, 4-5. Nene gets loose down there in the corner. She dribbles into the paint, pulls back, steps back, and gets the bucket.
What a tough bucket. She's dribbling with her left, coming down there.
Brumfield 3-on-1, nice bounce pass, big hard contact, no foul. The Golden Valley crowd can't believe it, thought almost was handled down there. And now they're going to call traveling. Oof, tough call on Ayanna Dunn. Refs letting them play.
They let the boys play as well. You know, Golden Valley can't let up in this game. This is a must-win for them, especially as they're going in the D3 playoffs. But for East High,
Nene with a 3 in the corner. Nice distribution. The ball gets to her. Now there's some hard effort down there for the ball. And it remains East High School basketball. So now East High up 1, 6-5, 3:11 left here in this first quarter. And Coach Kurt Wilson talking to his Golden Valley Bulldogs saying, come on, seniors. Nene crossing over, but she's going to have to deal with Holiday Ball all night long, as Kyle mentioned. Pass down low. Bad pass. Oh, mishandled underneath the hoop by Brumfield. Or that would have been a clear turnover by Serena Covarrubias.
Make sure to follow us on Twitter at KHSD Athletics and Facebook Current High Network to get some of the highlights and replays of both guys and girls tonight.
Dunn over to Brumfield. There's a wide open look for Holiday Ball. Rattles in and out, can't get it to go. How about the work down low by Amos? Amos goes up, gets knocked over, no call.
There's Jackie Matarata with great defense.
Nene steps back, pulls up. Pow! You thought we were kidding, didn't you? You thought we were kidding.
8 points just like that, all Nene. And she scored every single point for the Blades. And she's going to have one of those special nights.
Strong move to the paint. Thought she was going to keep going. Long shot gets put up. No good by Brumfield. And rebound to Jackie Mejorado. 8-5. It's so far the Nene Jones show. She lobs one in. That's a bad pass, but they're bailed out by a foul by Tiffany Amo. She picks up her second foul. And that was a fortunate situation for the Blades.
And Nene could take a few more dribbles in there and do a pump fake, go up, go low, go low, go up. Do something like that to have a better pass. It was a little bit too lazy right there.
We're going to see Tanya Gomez come in, a sophomore for Golden Valley. Where's number 24?
And they're going to ISO Nene right there. And Taja Holiday Ball's got to be able to work right now as they're going to keep going to Nene.
Oh, pass goes in and out of the hands of Landeros. So with 1:37 to go in the first quarter, East High School up 8-5 right now over the home team of Golden Valley. Full court pressure getting put on by the Blades.
Alicia Landeros, just a sophomore. So
oh boy, a lazy one-handed pass by Brumfeld. And Coach Wilson right now not happy with his Golden Valley Bulldogs.
You know, VP, you and I have talked about this. Maybe we're from the old school a little bit, but the new generation is watching those Steph Currys and those players with the one-handed passes.
And what a sweet move. Foul on the floor. So, you know, even in the middle of one of your prescient moments, I still get wowed by Nene. Keep going.
No, but I'm just saying, we talked about that in this day and age where we're seeing super athletes make the one-handed passes. And you grew up with that. I mean, you played basketball in the 80s where you saw the Lake Show with Magic Johnson doing that. But there's nothing wrong with a two-handed chest pass because more than likely it's not going to be turned over. So,
well, the old adage is you pass it with one hand, you can never get it back.
Yep.
A risky layup try by Brumfield, and it was deflected. She got bailed out on the baseline. There was no way that ball was going to go through the glass, but the ball deflected after it hit the back of the backboard. Now that's a good look right there. Does it go? Oh, it's the front, then the back of the rim. Here comes Jones down the far side. Stops, pulls up, crosses over, and then has it stolen by the sophomore, Tanya Gomez. And it is Golden Valley basketball.
You know, that is the one thing that I think Kurt Wilson has really paid attention to is when Nene has the ball in her hands, collapsing down on the double team right there. Even when Taja Holiday Ball is guarding her, she does good one-on-one, but you always want to collapse as Nene's put up 8 points in this first period.
Gomez has it swatted by Mejorado. So now we have a shot up off the glass by Holiday Ball. Doesn't go. Rebound Blades. And it comes into the hands of Covarrubias. Oh, almost backdoor. So much of a sketchy pass that Jones has to go after it. And no foul called. I think Nene thought for sure she would get the foul. Sometimes if I'm Nene, I just jump stop, pump fake, get him in the air and get the foul.
jump into him, do that jump into contact, just do all that. She seems a little rushed sometimes on that, but nonetheless, she's still forced to be reckoned with.
Oh, that's a beautiful pass inside, but they bring it back out. The long pull from Brunfield, no dice. 1.8 second remain here in this first quarter, 8-5. Nene Jones has scored all 8 points of East High. She might be able to put one up here. It's launched, and it is just short. So 8-5, the score, a very low-scoring first quarter, especially for Golden Valley. We will be back for the second quarter on KernHighNetwork.com.
Every team trains hard. Every team prepares to win. But when U.S. Army soldiers take the field, it's best if the other guys don't bother showing up. See if you have what it takes at GoArmy.com/team.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I'm a traditional banker. I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
As a millennial, for me, it's all about the mobile.
And I'm somewhere in between. I still do everything online or through an ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. That's why we're the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County.
Welcome back, everybody. 8-5. That's the score we're looking at here. The East High Blade girl team up 8-5 over the Golden Valley squad. First game, the East High boys won 52-48, and the girls would like to follow that here, but they are taking on a very, very good basketball team in Golden Valley that has not been able to click just yet as we get started here in the second quarter on Kern High Network.
Taj Holiday ball is trying to do a little face guarding of Nene to make sure she doesn't have the ball in her hands. There's a concerted effort, but it's Jackie Mejerado. It's her effort like that gets her those extra little points inside. There's going to have to be other scoring from other positions for East High to stop this talented Golden Valley team that is about 5 deep, where I'd say East High is about 2 or 3 deep. This Golden Valley team is about 5 deep with people that can score anywhere, girls that can score anywhere.
I remember calling the games last year for East High School and being impressed with Jackie Mejerado as a sophomore. And she's a 5'9 junior, always around the ball, always around the basketball. Deservedly so. She's at the line. Makes 1 of 2. 9-5 East. Cross corner pass, another errant pass, another somewhat of a flippant turnover by the Golden Valley Bulldogs.
And sometimes when you're down a little bit, you start to press a little bit. And
look at this. And a long pass to Alicia Landeros. And I'll tell you what, Kurt Wilson may be making some changes right now because he is not pleased with, well, specifically Alyssa Brumfeld. She's made 3 or 4 bad passes. She's missed a layup and shot an air ball. And I'm not picking on one player, but I can guarantee you that's who Kurt Wilson is having a chat with.
And I'm going to say this, Alyssa Brumfield is one of the best athletes on the floor.
Right.
And it's uncharacteristic of her. We've seen her in volleyball just have super athleticism. We saw her last year in a game, and we saw her earlier this year if you watch Kern High Network in their game against Independence. You're talking about the best team in town that they took them to overtime with, and they're just not finding their rhythm. But we know when they find their rhythm that they're really going to do some damage against East High. But credit goes to Bobby Sharp and the team that they have. They're playing aggressive. They've hit some timely shots right now. And defensively, they're setting back in a half-court game. They're not playing full court, man, because they know that if they get into a track meet, they're not going to win against this Golden Valley Bulldogs team.
That's the voice of Kyle Wiley, my partner. Right next to him is Javier Valdez, jack of all trades, master of all. See if they get some crispness
Great move by Amos right
there. Their offense. Crispness, and Amos gets the feed down low, and that's what they needed. Just get it down low, get us a routine, orthodox, low post bucket, and see what happens. Now, Nene Jones dribbles in, comes in, floats up, throws up a bad shot. She's looking for a call, does not get it, and I don't believe she was fouled.
Yeah, that was A little out of control right there a little bit. I think Nene at the next level, when she goes to that next level, really got to work on that left hand going up there. She's all right now, so if she can work on that left hand floater right there.
Again, they go down to Amos, but she misses that one. Outlet to Nene. Let's see if Nene just tries to go hard to the bucket. She does. She stops, runs out of real estate, throws it back out here to Rodriguez. Now the ball comes down low, and I think it went off the knee. It did, of Covarrubias, so turnover Blades. Coach Bobby Sharp wants full court pressure.
Switching it up a little bit. They got to mix it in here or there to see to kind of keep them off guard.
And that's a great press break. Almost pulls it back. Goes baseline, gets cut off. Great defense by the Blades. Oh, and big rejection there. And it actually stays in the hands of East High. No, it's stolen back again by Dunn. Wow.
We've seen some monster blocks by Landeros, who's done a pretty spectacular job.
My goodness. 3 turnovers back and forth in 5 seconds. Now it's Nene hard to the hole, and she gets another bucket. 10th point out of the 13. But answered quickly again by Amos, and Coach Sharp doesn't like what he sees on that press break. They are breaking it awfully quick. 5:38 remains here in the first half. East High girls traveling to Golden Valley tonight. Pleasure to have everybody here on KernHighNetwork.com. It's been a whirlwind of activity for Kyle and I for the last week. We started off a week ago tonight at Highland High School, where the Scots hosted the Rebels, and they pulled out a big win.
What a great game that was.
And then right after that, the next night, we were at Stockdale High School, where the Stockdale girls beat the Frontier Titan girls in a great game there. Then we had SWYL boys wrestling at Frontier on Thursday night. Then Friday night, we had the inaugural Kern High School District Wrestling Showcase for the girls here. And here we are back again at Golden Valley for doubleheader in basketball. A quick steal, and here comes Golden Valley. It's Holiday Ball. She puts it up. No, missed.
Holiday Ball's got to be a little bit more under control right there for the Bulldogs.
Jones has the ball batted down, but she quickly gets rid of it to Mejorado, and now it's 15-9 East High. Brumfield behind the arc. She takes the shot. Alyssa Brumfield on the board tonight with a long three that looked really good. Now all of a sudden only a 3-point lead now for the Blades, 15-12. Four and a half to go here in the half. Jones feeds down low to Mejorado. She comes up and can't get it to go, gets her own rebound. Blocked again from behind. No call either time. She gets it up a third time. This time misses again from point blank range. Does she get the fourth one? No! All that work by Jackie Mejorado, and a lot of deflections, no foul. Here comes a long bomb. It gets put up in the corner by Hernandez. Rebound, Golden Valley. Hernandez gets another shot at it, but puts it back in the hands of Dunn. And that is going to be a foul out front. Wow, Jackie Mejorado had 4 looks at it and just couldn't get it to go. The foul is on Serena Covarrubias.
I'm going to tell you just right off the bat, Mejorado's got 9 rebounds, 4 off that one play right there to look at.
That's what I told Bo Redstone. I always call, hey, the leading rebounder in Cal State history. Goes, yeah, I missed so many of my own shots. I was right there to get them. Hey, that's a great inbounds play right there. And Naeli Fonseca on the board. Oh, sorry.
That was Nobriga right there on the board.
Sorry, Destiny Nobriga. My fault. My apologies. Looking at the wrong roster. Destiny Nobriga. Ball stolen by Amos. Well, she's had a nice game so far.
Both sides of the ball, both offensively and defensively. Had a great game.
She might take that, and she does. Had a nice arc to it, didn't get it to go. Rebound down low, and that will be, they call a foul, and that's probably going to be on Covarrubias, if anybody.
One thing I really liked about that VP is Brumfield's had a rough game so far. She hit that rhythm 3 on that pass to Dunn, but she crafts the offensive rebounds. And sometimes when you make an off-the-ball play like that by getting an offensive rebound, that can help readjust the focus of your game.
Nashara Smith now in, a junior for East High School, wearing number 20. She's in the low block on the opposite side of where the ball is, and they floated over to her. Sarah Castro in the ball game for the Blades. So Coach Sharp bringing in the troops. Nene puts up a long shot. Can't get it to go, and it's going to be Golden Valley basketball. So I think at times there's some desperation shots getting put up by East.
So Nene has 10 points, and she's had to earn those 10 points because Taja Holiday Ball is following her everywhere and is being committed on the defensive end to make sure that Nene doesn't get easy open looks.
.245 to go here in this first half. Oh, great feed down low to Destiny Nobriga, but she is denied at the hoop, and dangerous pass.
Nene just takes her time.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Ciara Davis throws it over the hands. Castro throws it over the hands.
Those unforced errors are going to add up for East High. Got to take better care of the ball.
Beautiful pass down low. Big contact, and it goes. A great bucket by Holiday Ball, and she will go to the line.
And I believe they get their first lead of the game right there with that. So
they do, and Shanice Rodriguez picks up her second foul. So back into the ball game very quickly for East High School is Jackie Mejorado. They gave her a quick break, get some water, get some air. You're going back in. And now at the line is Taja Holiday Ball. Misses the free throw. So it's a 16-15 lead for the Bulldogs. Here comes Nene. The ball comes into Mejorado. Now she pulls it back. They feed it to her, and she is hit down low, battles for it, can't get it, and here comes Holiday Ball, 1-on-2. Offensive foul they're going to call on Taja Holiday Ball. They're going to say she was throwing the elbow on the way down the floor, but you got to hand it to Serena Kovarobias. She was
fast. Look, she's a little pest right there on this Golden Valley team.
Sure is.
One thing I'd really like to see is Jackie Mejorado be a little bit more controlled underneath the hoop. She's had a lot of opportunity. VP, I think we've seen 5 or 6 missed opportunities at point-blank range.
Just pump fake.
And take her time. I think she's rushing the layup on there. She just slows down her hands. Play fast, but slows down the hands. Should be all right. So
Coach Bobby Sharp really giving it to the officials right now, and he may pick one up, and he does. He's going to pick up a tee right now, and I think he wants it. I think what he did was, and that's a pretty class move by the official. He basically just said sideline warning, because Bobby Sharp was way up the line, and now Bobby Sharp is giving it to the official. And you got to understand, Bobby Sharp has been coaching before this official was born. So he's letting him know, look, my guard is getting fouled. Will you please call it? In essence, that's what he's saying. There's an air ball taken by the East High Blades, and they're trying to go to Nene with it, but it gets...
Ooh.
I think that's a missed call.
That looked like no one touched it right there.
I think that, wow, they gave that to East High School. They were trying to outlet it to Nene, but the official said it was deflected by a Golden Valley Bulldog. So
Coach Wilson's disagreeing, I think agrees with you and I, VP, but didn't see anyone touch it right there.
Okay, they're working the ball out top, up high, and they're going to try to put it in, oh boy. And that's Holiday Ball just waiting for it, and she makes it. At some point, this offense needs to get initiated by East High School without the services of Nene Jones. And she gets it, and count it. The foul is going to be on Destiny Nobriga. And Nene gets the foul and the bucket. Let's see if she can convert and tie this thing up with under a minute to go in the first half. She misses. 18-17. Golden Valley with a chance to milk the clock a little bit here before they pull the trigger. East High in a 2-3 zone. Holiday Ball tried to jam it in there, but ends up with it anyway. Tried to thread the needle, and it didn't work, but the ball bounced back in her hands, and she scores the bucket, 20-17. Here comes Jones right across the top. That's a good look right there for her. Oh, she goes up, no call, and what's the call here? They're going to keep it down here. And I never saw who the call was on. All right, last shot opportunity here for Golden Valley. Dunn in the paint to Nobriga. Nobriga still battling for it. Oh, what a great save that was. Nice job by Destiny Nobriga. And with 5.8 seconds, let's see if Coach Wilson has something designed here. They go 4 across the top with Dunn taking it in. Nobriga, that ball's got to go up quickly. Now it's 2 seconds left.
Yeah.
3-point lead for the Bulldogs. They would be able to add on to it.
Coach Wilson yelling, hey, we got 2 seconds. We got to get a shot off. And there's got to be that urgency, and I think Golden Valley will have that urgency this time.
It's up. Does it go? It does! Destiny Nobriga hits a 3 at the end of the half. Wow. We've been seeing that the last week. Shots going up at the end of the half. And that makes it 23-17 at the half. What a great inbounds play. It got down to 14 seconds and then 6 seconds, and then they get it with 2 seconds on an inbounds play, top of the key, and Destiny Nobriga goes off the glass. Banks are open for a 3. 23-17 the score. We have 2 quarters of basketball left on this doubleheader here tonight. East at Golden Valley. The boys from East won the first one, and we're halfway through the second one. Hope you're enjoying it here on KerrNineNetwork.com. Back in a few minutes.
Every team trains hard. Every team prepares to win. But when U.S. Army soldiers take the field, it's best if the other guys don't bother showing up. See if you have what it takes at GoArmy.com/team.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I'm a traditional banker. I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
As a millennial, for me, it's all about the mobile.
And I'm somewhere in between. I still do everything online or through an ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. That's why we're the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County.
Take advantage of our low mortgage rates, including 60-day rate lock and no cost to you. Purchase or refinance your home today.
Kern Schools, together we have something special.
This is where we're going to train the kids to actually get jobs in the industry. We're going to give them the basic tools that they need, also the skills that they need to understand where they fit into the industry.
All the animated things, because we have everything that we need in the scenes.
They are learning the principles of animation, Photoshop. They're learning how to animate in 2D and 3D. And when you swap to that shape, then you're just going to drag these over here.
The storyboard aspect of creating basically the skeleton of the story, and then just sort of directing people in my vision of what I want in the story. And it's also giving me the advantage of Mr. Pollard, since he's worked at so many companies, being able to put it in my resume and be like, this is the art direction I've received.
We're
learning a lot about how mobile apps are made, the programming and coding that goes into it, along with the time and effort. Along with that is also the entrepreneurship of the class, learning how to run our own business.
We're also learning basic marketing skills, people skills, graphic design, and social media marketing so that they can freelance, they can work on their own, they can apply for a job, they can go to BC or Cal State or any other university who offers programs that are specific within the mobile app development concentration or business concentration.
With my future and career, I do plan on being somewhat of an entrepreneur, owning my own business, sort of a clothing brand line. And so this will definitely help me out with possibly an app for my company, and the entrepreneur part helping me be able to run my business as smoothly as I can make it go.
Right now we're learning the different roles, what a game designer is, what they do, and how video games are made, and how to deconstruct them.
We're also going to be teaching the hard skills, which includes learning the Unreal Engine. What the Unreal Engine is it's a game development tool that students will be able to use to make their very own video games. And this is something that actually industry professionals use every day to make some of the top-selling games. They're all the same size. You're all on the same plane. There's no undulating terrain or anything like that.
Our instructor, he's really amazing. He encourages everybody. He's really fun and he makes learning fun.
So they've got top-of-the-line computers here and they're set up to excel. I would be surprised if other students their age coming out of high school would have anywhere near the level of expertise that these guys are going to have.
Welcome back, everybody. VP.
What? Vince? Now my name is Vince.
Vince Scully on the mic.
Oh, yeah.
No, we got Vance Palm. Vance, you and I just got some breaking news right now.
Break it, brother. Break it.
Ridgeview girls upset Independence girls.
Wow.
40-37. What an amazing... Talk about the playoff implications that are going in that. And hats off to Coach Pickett out at Ridgeview High School. His daughter plays at Stockdale. We just saw, last week VP, but what a big, big win. Independence will probably still win league. In fact, they will still win league even if, Golden Valley wins tonight. They'll have, the one league loss, but that playoff implications going in there, that's not good, especially losing to a non-Division I team like Ridgeview, even though I think they're Division II. I'll have to double check.
Great win for Ridgeview.
Great win for Ridgeview and Coach Pickett as they're going forward. So,
well, K-Dub, here's some more breaking news. East High School is not leading anymore in this half, when they led the entire first half, and then a couple of buckets at the end of the first half has Golden Valley leading 23-17. Vance Palm here with Kyle Wiley and Javier Valdez.
Javier, just give him some more love. But take a look at his photography. I always try to tag him when we get those photos in there. He does great photography, and he really enjoys that aspect of covering that. So pay attention to the Achieve magazine that's going to come sometime in the spring. We will definitely let everyone know about that. So
here we go, second half basketball. Golden Valley starts off with it. And the officials watching the clock here fastidiously.
Spell it.
Fastidiously.
We should have a Kern High Network spelling bee. That'd
be
great.
We talked about that.
I think that'd be great.
We did talk about that, man. Here we go. He wanted to check the clock on this. Oh, a great pass down low. Bounces off the hands of Nobriga all the way back out. And Amos has had a nice game. 7 on the shot clock. It's got to go up soon. And it does. Oh, looks good. Is good.
And this is that little run that Golden Valley's having right now as they get up to 9, which is the largest lead of the game. And Brumfield with a great pass to Dunn.
That's nice offense right there. Too bad that shot didn't go down for Landeros, but that's a good look. Just have Nene feed it down low till they stretch the defense out. There's another nice bucket right there if it goes. It does not, but it's rebounded and put back up by Holiday. Ball doesn't go. Nobriga gets it to go, and a quick timeout taken by Coach Bobby Sharp, because just like that, they're down 11, 28-17, 6:56 to go here in the third quarter. We've just started the second half, and Golden Valley starting to pop.
They have to find some confidence at East High. I just think that three, we go back at the end of the first half by Nobriga where the bank's open. I mean, that is just, the Golden Valley's up 20-17. They hit a three, then they're up 6, and the next thing you know, a 5-point switch. They're up 11 now. So all the momentum right now, everything we were talking about in this first half, definitely huge for them. And this is a big thing for them as they're getting ready to take on the CIF Central Section Division III girls basketball team. So a lot happening. Got to pay attention this Saturday to see how the seeds fall and the chips fall as they may. So.
All right, timeout by Bobby Sharp. Always teaching, walking down the sidelines, talking to his players. One of the hierarchy members of the Kern County basketball world. But right now, his Blades having some trouble against this Golden Valley team. Rodriguez in trouble, gets it off to Jones. Jones pulls it back out. Throws it back over to Rodriguez. Picks up her dribble. Look out. In trouble. Ooh.
Good little pass right there.
The ball knocked out of Landeros' hands and a perfect pass right into the seam. And what's the call? They called a double dribble on Ayanna Dunn, and that official called it from way back yonder.
Yeah, that's a tough one, especially if you're a coach that none of the near officials call it, but the back official does.
Nice basketball there. Mejarado to Landeros, and they knock it in for 2. They still trail by 9, though. You can just feel the intensity starting to pick up, Kyle. You can feel it.
Oh, yeah.
There's an open look. How about this? Oh, front of the rim doesn't go. Battle for the ball down low. Ends up in East Sands.
That's the one thing for Golden Valley is Brumfield really hasn't got going yet, and they still have a 9-point lead. So
Jones comes in, and it'll be a travel call.
And you look for that poise and that control.
Yeah. And then Bobby Sharp's asking her to stop and kick it to the corner, but on just exactly what you're saying, Kyle. Holiday Ball with a hard pass. And the shot goes up by Amos, and another play by Amos. Oh, look at the hard work by Amos, and she ends up getting Holiday Ball a chance to score, and she gets fouled. But hats off to Tiffany Amos.
Yeah. She's had a nice game. You know, the juniors, 2 juniors they have, Dunn and Amos, really like their game, really like what they bring to the table, and indicate that Golden Valley is going to be good for at least another year after that because they got 2 top talents right there.
At the line, Holiday Ball. And when I first saw the name Tiffany on the roster, I just assumed it was Amos.
Yeah.
But she was introduced by the public address announcer as Tiffany Amos. So I have gone with Amos all night. If it's Amos, let me know. But the microphone man here said Amos. Hey, how about this? Holiday Ball with her 10th point tonight. 5.5 to go in the third quarter. 30-19. Golden Valley starting to stretch this lead out here. East High School needs to take care of the ball.
They got to find another scoring threat besides Nene and Jackie Mejarado.
Nene steps back, puts a shot up that was at best looking for the glass, but the foul called on Holiday Ball, her second.
And I got to tell you, for as much as Holiday Ball has face guarded Nene throughout the course of this night, to only have 2 fouls with 5:20 left to go in the third quarter isn't a bad little deal right there. You know, the amount of defense that she's played against her.
Nene looking for her 12th point, gets it. Full court press by the Blades, gets put on. Holiday Ball on the far side. Can't dribble. Brumfield. Senior guard. There's a shot that goes up, no good. And the hustle by Covarrubias basically just puts it back in the hands of Golden Valley. There's a I thought that for just a quick second, Alyssa was going to put it up. A steal, here comes Nene.
Ooh, a lot of contact right there, especially in the upper body, yet no fouls being called right there.
And Bobby Sharp just besides himself, and I've got to agree on that one. That was big contact on Nene, and no call. Ball lobbed in, and that is going to be a foul. To add some salt to the wound, a foul called on Jackie Mejarado on East.
Great defense right there. Got to give it up to number 20.
Nashara Smith.
Nashara Smith. You got to watch out from track. She's one of the fastest girls in town. So
missed from 2 feet. Rebound Smith puts it in the hands of Dulce Alacraz. Dulce, freshman, out on the floor for Coach Sharp. They try to feed it in. They try to jam it in there. Not going to happen. Here comes Brumfield. Stop, go. They're going to call carry. And Coach Kurt Wilson didn't even challenge it. The old carrying call. Yikes, 30-20, 10-point lead with 4:12 to go in the third quarter. Naeli Fonseca, another sophomore coming in. Coach Sharp is trying to figure it out, trying to put the pieces together. There's one piece that's always going to stay. That's Nene Jones. She gets fouled.
I will say this. This is got to be a frustrating game for both Coach Sharp and Coach Wilson.
Great point.
Because Coach Wilson found a sense of consistency at the end of the second quarter, into the third quarter, but now it's got a little sloppy back there, and so that whole kind of run that they had is kind of stalled for them a little bit.
Jones thought she had that three, so did I. The putback by Landeros knocked out of bounds. It'll be East High School basketball underneath the hoop.
You know, the next level to win that Valley Championship, VP, you and I have seen those teams, is what is the commitment to the rebounds and defense and the little things. And so that's what these teams need to work on right now.
You're so right, Kyle. And taking care of the basketball.
Yeah.
You cannot turn the rock over.
Tiffany almost open.
No score, no foul. Here comes Nene Jones right in front of us, and she puts the afterburners on, stops, and that'll be a travel. So the frustration starting to mount for Nene Jones because, if nothing else, the Bulldogs have been able to match her step for step most of the time. Not all the time, most of the time.
And VP, to your point about taking care of the ball, having patience that when you're down 10 and it's in the middle of the third quarter that you still have tons of time. Just take it easy, run your offense, run your sets, do what you got to do. But I think Nene's feeling like she has to press because the lead's gotten out of hand a little bit.
Great pass by Almost, and that bucket should have been made down there by Nobriga. Even she knows it. Here comes Nene through traffic. Nene comes in and has the ball stripped out of her hands. It'll remain East High School basketball. Still a 10-point lead for Golden Valley, 30-20. Have a substitute coming in for Golden Valley, and it is Lyric Weaver. Lyric Weaver.
Even on the inbounds, Taja Holiday ball is trying to face guard right there, and there's a commitment that Nene's not going to start to take over and have the runs.
They're just all over Nene, and there's a scrum for the basketball, and it's an aggressive scrum. And the ball is going to end up being Golden Valley's. Under 3 to go here. Neither team distinguishably deep in talent on the bench as they go into their 8th or 9th or 10th players. Yeah. So it's pretty much the same 6 or 7 for each team. Here comes Nene. Now that's a nice looking move right there. Oh, she can't convert. She weaved through 2 or 3 players and couldn't get it to go, and that's going to be a traveling on Dunn. She thought she was shoved. Coach Wilson just saying, stick with it, stick with it. You're right. And Kyle, neither team has really been able to lock it in offensively.
Yeah, and Nene right now, she's going to wear herself down. You know, she just is trying to, and then she does that, right?
Wow, and she had done right on her. Long pass down to Almost. She tries to go baseline, stops, pulls up, can't get it to go. Rebound, East High School, and that is Landeros with the board. Nene stops, pulls up, says, I got this. No, it doesn't go in. Rebound, battle down low. Who's got it? It's going to be possession arrow, East High School. Wide open look. Smart play. She stopped and pulled up. Couldn't get it, though. 8-point lead still for Golden Valley. 2:08 to go in the third quarter here on KernHighNetwork.com.
You know, I'm right there with you, VP, is either team just really finding that groove right now. Nene's going to get her shots. We know that. But who else for East High is going to step up and get those baskets as well? But I'm going to tell you, D5, you got to watch out. This East High Blades team could run the course in D5 as they played a lot of D1, 2, 3 talent.
They throw it back out, look out, and that just was bait that Nene couldn't stay away from. It's floating out there in front of her, and she thinks if I get it clean, it's a layup. But she did not. She gets called for the foul. 1:46 to go here in
And Brumfield, great use of her body in order to fend Nene off.
Oh, look at this. Hey. Lyric Weaver with the bucket. And she'll have an opportunity to make an 11-point game. Hits the rim, bounces left. And that's going to be a foul on Taja Holiday-Ball. Two extremely fast players. I mean, you think about how Nene's at full sprint, dribbling the rock down the middle of the court, and Taja Holiday-Ball is having to put the afterburners on just to stay in touch with her. And that's her third foul. Again, apologize for the scratchy cough and the voice here tonight, but couldn't miss these games. This has been a great night here at Golden Valley. The boys game, East pulls out a win, 52-48. In this girls game, 10-point lead for Golden Valley with 1.5 left here in the third quarter.
Yeah, and then we got another big game tomorrow night. Just a little game going on over there at Bakersfield High School as they host the Liberty boys basketball. Next week we got the Masters Wrestling at North High School. Beautiful gym, BP. You and I were able to cover the opening of that. Such a wonderful facility. And then we got the All-Star basketball games as we announced last week in March 21st. So, you know, we'll look at spring on the Kern High Network. We're still in the infancy, believe it or not.
Yeah,
We've
that's
only
what's
been
crazy.
at this about
2
a year and a
years.
half. Yeah, 2 years. And so we're still building up and getting that support in the Kern High Network. So, you know, spring may be a little lull. We'll still have photos and things like that where we're promoting students, but
Peak Awards.
You know, Peak Awards coming up and all of that. So we still got a lot of things coverage in there. May not have the live stream coverage that we have in football and, you know, winter and all that, but nonetheless, it'll still be a good thing.
After a quiet 3 or 4 months, everybody will be chomping at the bit for 2018 football and volleyball.
Absolutely.
Okay, 1:24 and counting remaining here in this third quarter, 32-22. East High just pulling it out. Look out. Now Nene has some clearance. Oh, double dribbled, and, well, they call it traveling. Really, it was a double dribble. She thought she had a seam towards the hoop, and when it stopped, she picked the rock up. Gets called for double dribble. 32-22. Now Golden Valley not having their best night, but still able to maintain a 10-point lead. Shot goes up from the corner, hits the top of the glass. Lupe Armas.
You know, if I'm Kurt Wilson, if I could have Lupe Armas hit a three and some of these bench players come in and get some valuable points right there, that'd be the biggest difference in the world.
Mejorato's on the floor with 3 fouls. Coach Sharp's going to probably need her for the 4th and all of it. Fonseca gets fouled as she's trying to bust out of a double team. And is that the 4th?
I don't believe so, but that was just bailed out right there where I think it was good defense and all of a sudden turns into a foul when you have a trap right there. It's tough.
And Nene just has to work so hard to get the ball. And it's a soft man disguised as a zone and then vice versa at times. 5 on the shot clock. Shot's got to go up soon, and that was actually deflected off of Alicia Landero. So after all that, they get the shot clock down to 6 seconds, and they toss the ball away, and Coach Sharp.
See, I would like to see Nene be a little bit more aggressive in that stance because Weaver is looking at the passer rather than looking at her defender. So
Amos at the end of the third quarter puts it up, and Coach Wilson looking for a foul. They don't get it. It will be the end of the third quarter. Still a 10-point lead for Golden Valley, 32-22. We have 1 quarter left. You can't miss it here on KernHighNetwork.com. Back right after this.
Every team trains hard. Every team prepares to win. But when U.S. Army soldiers take the field, It's best if the other guys don't bother showing up. See if you have what it takes at GoArmy.com/team.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I'm a traditional banker. I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
As a millennial, for me, it's all about the mobile.
And I'm somewhere in between. I still do everything online or through an ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. That's why we're the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County.
Take advantage of our low mortgage rates, including 60-day rate lock and no cost to you. Purchase or refinance your home today.
Kern Schools, together we have something special.
And Johnny Rose and Pam Crane. And you got Ken Chapman, the athletic director, Shannon Barnes, the activities director. Thank you.
I love how you roll that. You don't have a single thing in front of you. No notes, no pages, no nothing, man. I love that, K-Dub. All right, here we go. Fourth quarter action. East got to do some things right here, offensively and defensive here. Nene kicks the ball over. The ball is up off the glass. No shot, but a rebound. Battle for it, and it'll be Golden Valley basketball on the possession arrow. Just underway. Fourth quarter. Second game of a doubleheader tonight. The nightcap. Girls varsity game after a fantastic boys varsity game. Eastside pulled out the win, 52-48. And now Golden Valley trying to even things up with a girls win tonight.
I like Tiffany Amos.
Beautiful pass down low to Nobrega. Nobrega does the work to get the position and almost drops it right in her hands, and a perfectly executed low post move. Nene puts it up. Doesn't get it to go, and that should remain East High basketball. There was a battle underneath the hoop between Alicia Landeros and Tiffany Amos. And they try to float it into Landeros. And now Coach Sharp's going to come back in with Jackie Mejorado. Haven't seen her in a long time. And Serena Covarrubias. So it looks like now we're back to that starting, 4 of the 5. Dulce Alacroz is in there. Oh, great inbounds pass, and there's going to be a foul. Let's see who this is on. This will be interesting to see because 2 players were around her. It was Nobrega and Amos around her.
I got to say this, Jackie brings a lot of athleticism, a lot of energy. VP, we saw her in volleyball, brought a lot of energy at the net. She just is she's a beast underneath there, but the one thing is she brings so much energy and so much aggressiveness that sometimes there are rockets coming off the glass right there. She's got to slow it down and find that soft touch, that soft game in there, and not be in a hurry to score points.
They need it. She gets that one. So Jackie, believe it or not, only her second point tonight.
But she's got about 14, 15 rebounds to go with that.
That looked good from the second it left her hand. Lyric Weaver with a 3. Boy, if you're Coach Wilson, you got to love that. You mentioned it a few minutes ago. Get some other people scoring.
And Weaver's had 5 points that she's brought to the table.
And this is going to be the 3rd foul on Tiffany Amos. She's been over the back a few times, and this time she finally got caught. 37-23, 14-point lead for the Golden Valley Bulldog girls team. They lob it in, and it's stolen by Nobrega. Nobrega kicks it off to Hernandez. Hernandez comes up, throws it up, and that will be Golden Valley basketball as Mejorado with a great hustle play to get back, but she was standing on the baseline when the ball bounced in her hand. So Golden Valley not able to convert on the layup, but they get the ball.
And these are invaluable moments for some of those 8th, 9th players coming off the bench. If they can get those layups and learn how to do that, it would be great. So.
Oh, wide open look, and it drops for Elisa Brumfeld. How nice is Alyssa's shot? Woo!
She's able to get it going right now, and Golden Valley's pulling away with this game, and this is the run that we've talked about. We've been looking for that consistency, and they've kind of found it right now.
They floated in, and it does not go, but Mejorado with the work, and she gets it. So Jackie with another bucket down low. And East remains within 15. Oh, great triangle pass. That's a good look. And guess what? The way the basketball gods have it worked out, make one of those sneaky passes where you skip a spot, and a wide open bucket made. Nene Jones, heart of the hole. Here's a fast break, and now it's going to be in the hands of Brumfield. Brumfield comes in, and she is fouled. She'll go to the line. And the foul is going to be on Serena Covarrubias.
And you hate to see that kind of play right there, one of your studs get undercut like that. And thank God nothing happened right there, especially going into playoffs.
We have a timeout on the floor. Coach Sharp is going to take a timeout, 42-25. It's a 17-point lead right now for Golden Valley. And it looks like it will be, I think it's going to be a full timeout. Everybody's having a seat on the bench, so it's going to be a full timeout.
We got to thank our superintendency VP. We have a very, very supportive superintendency at every endeavor and every vision that Stan has had. He's met with just utmost support. So Dr. Brian Schaefer, Dr. Brenda Lewis, Dr. Dean McGee, Dr. Scott Cole, Dr. Michael Zolfa, they've all been behind everything we've tried to accomplish about promoting student success. You know, we talk about success and achievement and all that stuff. That's a part of the core values of the Kern High School District, and that is very much what we're about. So, you know, when Stan has that vision and we want to promote kids, he fights endlessly for those students to be recognized, but he's met with great support from the superintendency.
Appreciate that, Kyle, and thank you for everything you do. It's been a fun journey so far. 5:15 remaining in the fourth quarter, 42-25. Golden Valley up right now by 17. Coach Sharp called that last time out, trying to get East High Blades. Hey, look, 5:15 is a ton of time, a lot of time. However, it always starts on defense. It has to start on defense. When you're down 17, you have to create something. And right now, we're going to see the first free throw get put up by the sharp shooting Alyssa Brumfield. Believe it or not, she misses the first one. Here comes the second.
A little bit more bend in that, but she definitely's got some good form.
Makes the second.
And just a simple adjustment. You can tell she just made just a slight adjustment right there and was able to get that free throw.
Look out. And they're going to say that's backcourt, and it is on Serena Covarrubias. She came to the half point, went back and forth, boom, called for backcourt.
And Shanice Rodriguez has got to be confident in her game as a guard, bringing the ball up the floor. I think she gave it up a little bit too soon, and as she passed it to Serena Covarrubias, put Covarrubias in an unfortunate spot. So she still had space to dribble around, but she's got to trust her abilities.
Almost to Brumfield. That's that sweet stroke. Comes up a little short. Rebound.
I think both you and I thought that was going to be in right there. It was straight right there.
Oh, there's a great pass. Oh, too many passes right there. Just go up with it, Alicia. Landeros had it underneath the hoop. Just put that up. And they're just bringing the kitchen sink at Nene right now, wherever she goes. Oh, there's a great screen, and Jones has a look at it, rattles it in and out, doesn't go, but it's East High rebound. In trouble being double-teamed over there. Covarrubias, she gets fouled, though, so that'll be the 7th foul on Golden Valley. So there's a bit of a storyline right there. They're down 18 with 4:37 to go, but the clock will stop every single time now. Well, it always stops on a whistle, but you know what I mean. Now they'll go to the line.
And I think right there, Golden Valley is not be so worried about the person that has the ball, but Golden Valley, if there's a double team going on there, they got to link legs together and just, you know, a double team is where you're working with your teammate, not working against the offensive player sometimes. So
Covarrubias makes the first one, Kyle. And the second. Brumfield. Big lead for the Golden Valley Bulldogs. They need to take care of the basketball, and they try to go in with it. Bad pass. Coach Wilson's going to drive them crazy. Here comes Jones. Nene hands the ball off to Covarrubias. Kovarubic with a nice move. Can she give up the pass? She does. Mojorado. Cuts the lead to 14 now. Amos. Oh, through the legs. Who wants it? Nene's diving on it, and it ends up being East High basketball. So all of a sudden, some lackadaisical play by the Bulldogs has Coach Kurt Wilson looking for some subs. He's bringing Lupe Armas in. Well, it's the last thing he wants to see with 3:48 to go in the fourth quarter is lackluster play and lazy passes. And now Nene's going to take it at center court.
Holiday Ball was able to get a little bit of a rest right there, a little bit of breather. She come back fresh and play tough defense against Nene, especially in these waning minutes.
And look at this. Mejorado's going to go to the line.
Mejorado's brought some energy as she's come off. She's still playing very aggressively, even with that last foul right there. So,
Alyssa Brumfield just picked up her first foul of the evening as Jackie makes the first free throw. And look at this lead being cut into. Makes the second. Hey.
For how soft and gentle Jackie is shooting free throws, she's like the opposite down there, putting the layups up.
Another errant pass. Floats 3 spots. And when I say spots, you go corner, wing, top of the key. And when they're skipping these passes, skipping these shots, but what does it matter when you have Ayana Dunn dropping bombs to make it a 15-point lead? Now Nene gets caught up in it. She comes in hard. No foul, but the bucket's good. And it's been a while since Nene scored.
Yeah.
East High crowd trying to bring their girls back into it, and that's a travel. So with 2:57 remaining in this fourth quarter, 46-33. Golden Valley still up, but it's a shaky 13-point lead. And another timeout taken by Bobby Sharp over there at the East High School side. Under 3 to go here, 46-33. You're watching all of this on KernHighNetwork.com. It's a pleasure to have you all with us tonight in our doubleheader. I'm Vance Palm, joined by Kyle Wiley and Javier Valdez. Appreciate you hanging in there with me tonight. I've been coughing and hacking a little bit. Man, the younger audience would never know the voice of a Harry Callis, but when I was a young kid, 10, 11 years old, this is the NFL. But Ken Stabler and the Oakland Raiders.
I don't even think most people know who Ken Stabler is. Come on.
Kenny Stabler and the Oakland Raiders take John Madden and his silver and black down to the goal line at Philadelphia. But Ron Jaworski would have none of it. Harry Callis, man.
They only know who Madden is based off
the
video game.
Well, we've talked about that before. These kids don't even know who John Madden is.
Yeah.
All right, here we go, 46-33.
Small bit of history. Kyle Wiley's junior high. John Madden taught there in his early years, Orchid Junior High. Got to throw that out there in Santa Maria because he was at Hancock for a little bit. So,
Nene, please be careful with that basketball. 46-33. They get it into Mojorado. She comes up and no call. Works for the basketball herself. The ball goes out of bounds and it'll be East High basketball. And Coach Wilson giving Brumfield the word saying, please get under the hoop and rebound. I need you in there.
And this is a critical possession right here. East needs to get on the board to get it within 11 because I think they could start to pull away. Golden Valley really pull away. Holiday Ball has played great defense. And you could see right there that when Nene catches the ball, her hand is going right in her face, and that's frustrating sometimes as a shooter.
2.5 exactly left here in this fourth quarter, 46-33. Ball floats up, lobs up, bad inbounds pass. That's all you can say. It was not a good pass. And now here comes Dunn. Dunn back over to Amos. Amos in the corner, gets fouled, no call. Brumfield lays it up and in. That's a big bucket right there.
Yeah, absolutely. And it makes it that 15-point lead again. Great defense right there.
They're going to say jump ball, possession arrow, Golden Valley. 48-33, 15-point lead for the Bulldogs. 2:07 remains here in this fourth quarter. Nice pass up court to Brumfield. Brumfield says, all right, I'll go all the way in. And she does. And Golden Valley answering big after the timeout, 50-33. Nice pass to Maharado. She pulls it back out. Rodriguez goes to the baseline, tries to jam it in there, but it goes off the shin of Brumfield. With 1:42 to go, Golden Valley starting to see some light at the end of the tunnel here.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw that just kind of slow third quarter, but this fourth quarter has been all Golden Valley, and just the way that they responded to finish off this game is definitely what you want to see if for Kurt Wilson.
Turnover. Now Ciara Davis in the ball game. Haven't seen her all night for the Bulldogs. Good to see Ciara back in here. Shot goes up by Holiday Ball. Doesn't happen. She gets her own rebound, pulls it back out. 120 goes up, ball deflected in the hands of Nene. Here she comes down the near side. She cuts back, goes down in the middle. Jones comes in, works hard, and there will be another.
That's great defense right there by Dunn.
Jump ball possession arrow, it sure was, Kyle. East High basketball underneath the hoop.
You know, that's one that's always, you think it's going to be a foul, we're kind of, but she just went right for the ball and was able to cut Nene off.
There's a three. Look good at the top. And how about this? The hard work. Oh, they're going to call it over the top. That's a foul on Mejarado. So.
No, I think it's going to be.
Oh, I thought they called her over the top, so I take that back. So Jackie.
She's played a really good game on the board. She's been crashing a lot. She's probably got, close to 20, I would say. I mean, she's had a lot of rebounds, and 4 of those on one play right there. But
makes the second.
Good defense. Jackie's just always around the ball. I mean, you love her versatility. She plays inside. She's at 5'9", but she definitely has the hops, the skills, the aggressiveness that you want as a big inside. Ooh.
Offensive foul called on Ayana Dunn.
Actually, VP, I think that was number 13, Yadira Ortiz.
Ortiz called for the foul.
Called for the foul on that right there. I think Dunn had the ball. So.
Oh, there you go. Nene up, can't get it to go, so there's kind of a picture of the frustration tonight for Nene. Right now she stands at having 17, easily the leading scorer from both teams. And that'll be a foul called on her, and it's her first foul of the night. 17 points, and she has to work so hard to get the ball and then to do something with it. And she just picked up her first foul tonight. It says a lot about her talent.
She just has to do so much for this East High team, especially when you're playing a team like Golden Valley that's got 4 or 5 studs. But there goes Nene with the steal.
And 19. 21.7 seconds left, a 14-point lead for Golden Valley. And they're going to say it's a walk. Maharado has a look at it, and she gets fouled. She'll go to the line. And that foul is going to be on a second foul, second quick foul, by the way, on Yadira Ortiz. She picks up 2 quick fouls at the line. Maharado. Oh, rattles in and out. Gets to the next one. And that's going to be a foul. And I mean, Golden Valley crowd basically wanting to finish this thing. They're still playing though, Kyle.
Yeah, absolutely. I really like Dunn's game. I mean, as we're nearing this Tony's Pizza player of the game that we're going to talk about.
Javier.
Look at
Javier.
getting excited.
Get ready. Missed free throw. Nene down the near side, and they are not just letting her have anything. She stops, and that will do it. A win, 50-37 on senior night for the ladies. They pull out a win over East High School. Golden Valley moves to 23-6 overall, 8-2 in SYL. And the East Bakersfield girls team 13-12 overall, 4-6 in league. That finishes league play for both teams here in the SYL. Kyle, your thoughts on the game?
You know, I thought in the fourth quarter we were waiting for teams to have a run right there, and Golden Valley demonstrated they're one of the top talents in town as they're able to really pull away from the game at the very end.
I thought Bobby Sharp had a good start with his East High Blades. They came to play, and Nene was doing what she needed to do, scored the first 9 points, I believe, of the team's 11 points. But after a while, it became apparent that it was going to be a team effort from Golden Valley, and they put it together. Let's look at some quick stats here. Jackie Mejorado had, we think, 20-plus rebounds and 10 points. Great job from East High School. Nene Jones had 19 points overall. But then you look at that, you look at that, and only a couple of other players had a few points. So it really starts to show that the lack of depth for the East High Blades. For the Golden Valley girls, Taja Holiday Ball, 10 points. Destiny Nobriga, 10 points. Alyssa Brumfield, 11 points. And Tiffany Amos, 10 points. So, in thanking all of our sponsors, Kern Schools Federal Credit Union, Path Solar and Communications, Premier Lighting, the United States Army Raymond Trophies, we also get to our Tony's Pizza Player of the Game. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the master of all trades. He is the man behind our magazine. He's also a great photographer, tonight the videographer, and he has 33% of the vote for Tony's Pizza Player of the Game in tonight's girls varsity contest. Let's bring him in. Javier Valdez.
I'm going to go with Brumfield.
Alyssa Brumfield, 11 points. The senior forward had a great night tonight in a lot of aspects, so Javier goes with Brumfield. Kyle Wiley, another 33%.
I'm gonna explain this. I thought Tiffany Amos had a great game early on. She brought a lot of energy and a lot of athleticism. And I'll tell you this, Taja Holiday Ball, you got to give a hats off to her. She worked her tail off all game defending Nene and slowing her down, and that is a tough role to look at. You also got to turn around and look at Ayana Dunn, who had a great game at the point guard position, but I'm actually going to have to be in agreement right here with Javier. She got off to a slow start, but when it mattered in the fourth quarter, Alyssa Brumfield woke up and she started hitting some big threes where they were truly able to pull away from East High, and it was because of the play of Alyssa Brumfield. She's my Tony's Pizza Player of the Game.
If I had to do an order, my third place would be Tiffany Amos. Just had a great night, worked so hard, always going after loose balls, around the ball, battled, played great defense, got some big rebounds, was diving and making saves. I love that. And then my second place, it was close. It was really, 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 really close. My second place would have to be Alyssa Brumfield with 11 points and just did a fantastic job. But she will win the Tony's Pizza Player of the Game with 2 out of 3 votes. But if I were to choose, my personal choice tonight would have been what you mentioned, Taja Holiday Ball. When you have to guard one of the best players in the Valley and you have to do it at that breakneck pace, let's not forget, Nene never slows down. She is always, always, always looking for the ball. For those of you that watch the NBA, you think of somebody like Steph Curry. What does he do all game? He runs around till he gets the ball. Yeah. That's what Nene does, and to have to guard that, Taja Holiday Ball also had 10 points and played really, really well. So my vote, Taja Holiday Ball, but 2 out of 3 goes to a very, very deserving winner in our Tony's Pizza Player of the Game tonight in the girls' game, Alyssa Brumfield. Congratulations to Alyssa and to Coach Kurt Wilson, 23-6, 8-2 in SYL, and you never know what's going to happen around the corner. While I still have a voice, Let me thank Javier. Great job tonight, my man. Fantastic work. Appreciate everything you're doing for the high school district. Congratulations on the magazine. It's coming out here soon, the second edition.
Yep.
Kyle, thank you for your help. Who's with us tomorrow night? Who's on camera at the big game?
It's going to be KW1, old school crew, us three.
Kevin Willie will be with us tomorrow night. Let's not forget the big game tomorrow night, Liberty at BHS. Get there early. On behalf of everybody at the Kern High School District and all of us here at KernHighNetwork.com, on behalf of Javier and for Kyle, I'm Vance. Have a great night. East boys win, Golden Valley girls win. Have a great night.